What is data? In this video, we shall have a quick look into data, its definition and a few examples. Let us look at the definition of data. Data is a collection of observations that are recorded in a structured format. They may include measurements, responses from surveys, among other examples. Let us look at an example. In our first example, the amounts in ounces of juice in 8 randomly selected bottles are 14.3 ounces, 14.7 ounces, 14.6 ounces, 14.3 ounces, 14.8 ounces, 14.0 ounces, 14.6 ounces, and 14.0 ounces. Construct a 98% confidence interval for the mean amount of juice in all such bottles. The main aim of this problem is to identify the data. In the event that you are interested in knowing how to construct a confidence interval, kindly check our videos on how to construct confidence intervals. The data in this case is the values from 14.3 all the way to 14.0, which are organized in rows and columns. And this is the data in our problem. Let us look at another example. In the following example, data was collected from a sample of 6 students. Let us look at the first row and the headings in order to understand what the dataset talks about. The first column, labeled NO, is the serial number column, which is the number of entries for each row of data. The second column, labeled age, is the column into which the age of each student was recorded. The following, or the third column, labeled sex, is where the gender of the student was recorded. The column labeled AER stands for aerobics, as seen in the key, with 1 representing yes, confirming that the students participated in aerobics, or 2, which says no, that the students did not do aerobics. The following column, labeled SMK, represents smoke or smoking, which tells us whether the student smokes or not, with 1 representing yes, that they do smoke, and 2, no, that they do not smoke. CAF represents caffeine, with 1 stating that the student takes caffeine or coffee, and 2, that they do not. JCK represents joke or athlete, with 1 representing yes, that the male students were athletes, and 2 representing no, that they were not athletes. PR represents the pulse rate of the students, which was recorded in that column, and RCT their reaction times. Suppose we were to find the number of males who smoke, we would have to come to the column of males of sex, identify the males, and according to our key, 1 represents males and 2 represents female. Therefore, we will identify the number of males by checking ones, and we see that they are 4. Therefore, we have 4 male students. Then we will have to check for every male student whether they smoke, and according to our key, smoking is represented by 1. So we can see therefore that the first male student does not smoke, the second one does smoke, the third one does not, and the fourth one does smoke. Therefore, we have two male students that smoke. Another example is perhaps you were to check female students who take coffee. You will have to come to the sex column and check for 2, which represents females, and we can see that there are 2 females. And the coffee column or caffeine CAF column, check how many females do take coffee, and we can see that there are none, since both females are represented by 2, meaning that they do not take caffeine. So this is a data set, and this is our data, which was collected from a sample of 6 students and arranged in an orderly manner in rows and columns, with the first row or heading having titles that help statisticians or researchers to identify what the data represents in every column. Thank you. I hope this video is helpful. Subscribe, kindly subscribe, and see you in our next video.